Okay, welcome to starting a new project. So by now you should have optimized your laptop for After Effects. So just go ahead and download it and then jump into this video, starting a new project. So we're just gonna take it nice and easy. I'm gonna throw you straight into the app because, screw the theory. It's better to learn by just messing around with it. And I'm only gonna take it step by step, so there's no need to be worried. Alrighty. So here's what we're going to cover. Starting a new project. You should create and name your project clearly to keep things organized. Adjust the project settings to match your video's resolution, frame rate, and format. So we're just going to take it nice and easy. Warning. This is the most important video in the entire course so far, so watch the entire video, don't skip, don't fast forward. If you really want to save time like I do, for example, pro tip, just watch the video in double X speed. Alright, cool. So starting a new project. Create the project. Open your editing software and start a new project to begin your workflow. So I've already opened After Effects, so we'll just jump straight into that. Now, there is actually two ways to start a new project. Number one is on the top left here. You can click New Project, and in you will jump. Yours won't look like this though. I'll change mine so that we can match. Alright, you'll probably have something that looks a little bit like this. Alright, the second way is, if you don't click New Project, this little X at the top right here, just click that and it'll actually just open a new project for you. Cool, so that's nice and simple. Number two, name the project. Give your project a clear and descriptive name for easy identification. Yep, cool, nice and easy. If you come up to the top right here underneath File, and then down to Save As, into Desktop, wherever you want, I recommend that you create a file to save stuff onto. We're going to cover that later on anyway. So for now, just down here, delete untitled project and then just call it something. So I'm just going to call it tutorial video. Cool. So now you see at the top here, it's been renamed, and in your files, wherever you saved it, it'll be named that too. So now our project's renamed. Nice and easy. Number three is the project settings. Adjust the settings like the resolution, frame rate, and color depth to fit your project. Cool. So it's kind of a two-step process here. So what we're going to do is there's a couple ways to do this. So number one is you click on composition, new composition. Number two is you click on new composition right here. And then number three is if you right click, never mind, that's when you've already got stuff. All right, so if you just click on new composition down here, name it main comp. So the way comps work is you get a main one and you get branches off of it, which you'll understand later. So for now, just name this one main comp. Now, if we come down to here, you can see there's presets. So depending on the preset, if you understand resolution, then you'll understand what these are, and you only need to go from this top one to this bottom one. So these, anything in between there and there, are the only ones you need to know. If you don't, this is basically how it works. So 1920 by 1080 is 1920 frames by 1080 frames, and that's just saying that's this shape. And this shape is what Instagram takes. Instagram uses 1920 by 1080. YouTube, though, takes a landscape, so a 1280 by a 720, but the bigger it is, the better the quality in some ways. It's a little bit hard to understand, but basically it means there's more pixels, which means it looks better, but your clip actually has to have those pixels for it to work. So I recommend just staying within these four here. But if you have some really high quality clips for YouTube, start working into these four here. And that's probably all you need. So if I edit Instagram videos a lot, so really the only one I use is Social Media Portrait HD. So 1080 by 1920. And you see it changes that. So if I click on this, it changes everything. So it's just a preset. So I'm going to use this one, HD, and that's easy enough. So the frame rate here, if you don't understand frames, they're pretty boring. Basically the way a video works is it's just a bunch of photos, one after the other. So the frames are how many pictures are in 1 second in one video. So obviously the main ones are 30 FPS, which you've probably heard, 60 FPS, and 120 FPS. Sometimes you'll bring videos in and there'll be something weird like 29.97 or 59.94, but I'll show you how to choose that anyway. For now, we'll just put it at 30 FPS, and that's good enough. All right, and then down here is we've got the resolution, which I'm going to stick at 1/4. So the resolution is how good the video looks, but this resolution here isn't how good the video looks after you make it, it's how good the video looks while you're making it. So if I've got a 4K video and I choose 1/4 resolution, the app is going to show me it in 1/4 resolution, so it's not going to look like 4K, it's going to look like 1080p, it's not going to look very good, but after I export it, it'll export it as a 4K video. It's just so that my computer can run better while I'm editing, because it's not happening to show me a 4K video while I'm editing it, because while you're editing, you don't need to watch a 4K video. It just makes it harder for your laptop to run. And down here is obviously the duration in hours, minutes, seconds, and then frames. So I just put it 1 minute. And the background color is black. So that's whatever the background will be, usually just black or white. You can choose what you want, but I recommend just going with black. That's a lot easier. And then that there is your comp. In this advanced, I've literally never touched this, and in this 3D renderer, I don't think I've touched this either, so I don't think they really matter all that much. And you just click OK. And now you have made a composition. So cool. Now, save location. Choose a dedicated folder to store your project files for better organization. Yep, cool. This is what we're going to do. So I'll just show you what I've made so that you guys kind of have an idea. So in my desktop here, I've got editing, and then I've got After Effects, and then I have AE saves, and then I have main. So I've remembered that pathway because that means I remember that pathway. Every single edit I've ever made is in here. So if I ever need to come back and find an old one, which I do quite often, I know it'll be in there, because I used to do it, just let it save wherever. I swear to God, it was such a pain. If you ever need to find an old project, you try to search it, guarantee it'll take like 10 minutes. Your laptop will probably crash halfway through. So just save them all to one area. It's just a lot easier. All right. Template use. Use a project template if you frequently work with similar settings to save time. So that's what I just showed you there when you were making this composition. All these things here. They're just templates / presets. Same thing. Alright, so yeah, what's next? Cool. Summary. So, you know, quick and easy video, you know. We'll just read through this here. So starting a new project. So create a new project with a clear name, adjust the settings like the resolution and the frame rate, and choose an organized save location to begin your workflow effectively. So check the link below for a quick cheat sheet about everything I covered. If I didn't make sense in any of this at all, or maybe just one part you didn't get, there's a cheat sheet down below that literally takes you through the steps button by button with every title. So if you didn't get that, just go down, download that cheat sheet real quick, and it'll take you through it. So cool. I'll see you in the next one.